Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today is a group video. We have, this is my wife Jan and Isaac and Ben over here on the side. And we just wanted to make a video, kind of a major announcement. Some of you all may have kind of heard through the grapevine a little bit, but here probably 2 months ago, Jan and I got to thinking about Ben and Isaac, and we had a lot of people calling and what's their next move from the Green Pastures Farm and where are they going? We'd like to talk to them, and that was all fine. And I got thinking, I wonder what they're going to do. And so Jan and I talked about it, and so we offered Ben and Isaac both another year here to come, thinking that maybe one of them might, sign on with us, and we were pleasantly surprised, shocked. Probably, well, they didn't just come right back. It was, what was it, guys? A couple weeks?
We had to build the suspense a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought
about it for a few days.
Yeah, we thought about it.
Yeah, you built the suspense all right. I'm like, they're both going to say no.
Yeah, it was the night just before we're going to go to Arizona.
That's right, yeah. So anyway, Ben and Isaac are signing on. So their internship ends the end of March. And so starting in April, they're going to be coming on another year. And we do have another intern coming. Y'all want to talk a little bit about Connor?
Yeah, I mean, we got to meet. We brought two intern applicants onto the farm to kind of, get to know them or whatever. And they're both great candidates. And the guy we chose is Connor. We stayed with him for a little while, and he worked well with us. And yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So Ben, do you want to talk a little bit about how we do our go through the applications and that?
Yeah. So the application process is sort of as follows. You have to send an email to Green Pastures Farm, to Greg or Jan, and request an application, and then they'll send you the application. And it's how many questions? Like 14-ish.
Yeah.
And some of them are ranges. Some of them are super simple, like, are you allergic to anything, or
are you married?
Are you married? It's like, how old are you? Like stuff like that. And then there's obviously some more in-depth questions about like what your goals are, like what you're sort of into. Trying to get a bead on who you are as an individual and how you're going to fit with the crew here at the farm. And then we read all those applications
and everybody reads them.
Yeah, so it's not just these two, but it's also us two. The interns of that year will get to read it as well. And those need to be submitted by August 31st
midnight.
Midnight, August 31st of
2021.
2021 for the 2022 internship season.
Yes.
And it's 1 year for people who aren't familiar with it. And so once we read through those applications, it takes a little while because, usually we get a good amount, and we try to give everybody their due process, and we all do it independently, and then we'll come together and have a discussion, and we'll narrow it down to a small group of people that we then bring out to the farm for an on-farm visit.
The meet and greet.
Yeah, and that usually lasts a couple days, and the applicant gets to work with us, and it's as much as us getting to know the applicant as it is the applicant understanding like what the deal is here and sort of what they're going to be involved in, because you don't want to be walking into something completely blind and then think, oh man, this is not what I signed up for at all.
Right. We've had that happen a couple of times.
So I think it's a really like fair and like valuable process, because it really does give you a good sense of what it's going to be like to be here for a year. And then after they come onto the farm, after everybody shows up, then we sit down again and we have another discussion about who we think we want to bring on. And this year it was one, because the two of us are staying. And then we make that decision, and then Greg contacts the individual and to see if they're still interested in it. And there it is. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, it's been a very good. Everybody, talked about 2020, and it was a very different year, especially with everything going on and around the world. But we are. It was a great year for Green Pastures Farm, and part of that not part of it. A lot of it was due to, these two guys right here, Isaac and Ben. And it's just a joy to have people around that are passionate about sustainable, regenerative agriculture. And, you don't have to get them pumped up every morning. They're excited about what we're doing. They're young minds. I guess what I like the most is they're always challenging me, different ideas, and they're very, very polite. They'll come out and go, well, Greg, you're going to do it this way, but have you thought about doing it that way? Instead of just saying, that's kind of stupid, Greg, why don't we do it this way?
That's what I say.
Yeah, that's what James said.
That's what James
Isaac and Ben, they're just the opposite, and I appreciate that. They're very respectful, and so that goes back to their upbringing, and all I can say is a huge kudos to Isaac and Ben's parents. I'm serious, to raise a couple young men like this. And, I still call them boys sometimes. It's just, I'm 61. They're boys, okay? But it's not
anyone under 40's boys.
Yeah, it's not a degenerative term to them. I should be calling them young men, and I'll get better at it. But
Or guys.
or young guys.
Totally fine.
They don't.
Matter to
It
us.
doesn't matter to them. And some people might take that as, well, why did you call us boys? Well, I'm sorry, but it's just that's the way it is sometimes. But I do work with these young men every day, and I have the calluses to prove it. And it's tough keeping up with two young guys like this some days. I mean, they have a different energy level than I do. So if you're waiting to get into your own regenerative farm, don't wait until you're 60. Get started on it. These two guys, I'm serious. These two guys are in their 20s, and it's awesome that they're learning this kind of skill level at this age. So the next year, we are going to be piling on more responsibilities to them. This year, I say next year, this year, and that's already started. We're going to be doing a video real near future. Ben and Isaac are going to be actually marketing steers this year, and so we're going to do that. And so they're going to be handling that. I'll be assisting them, of course, but they're going to get some good experience on marketing. And I think, when you go out on your own in this world, and especially on farming, you've got to learn how to market. And that's over 50% of it. You can raise really good animals, but if you can't sell them, well, what did it get you raising good animals? So we're going to get into that. They're going to get a really good feeling and firsthand experience with that. And as far as moving the animals, they've been with us a year now, and they've both observed the paddocks real well. They said, we've left good residual to Greg this morning. Or, looks like we maybe overgrazed this one a little bit. So they're getting that grazer's eye. And it does take some time to develop that. And so this next year, they're going to really be on rocket fuel, I think, as far as, just being more aware of what's going on.
And we're going to have a meeting here soon and see what their ideas of their goals of this next coming year. I've said a few things to Ben that I thought he needs to learn, and I do before he leaves. Just things that he just doesn't have in his background, and a couple ideas for Isaac. But we want to know what they want. It's just not we're going to plug and chug it. This is like an amoeba. This is uncharted waters for us, and so we're going to ebb and flow and see where it goes, and try to hit what we can.
Well, we've never kept interns like this, a pair, both of you all for another year.
We just thought we might get one.
So it is. It's new charter water for us as well. But we're excited. Ben and Isaac, we're happy to have you here another year.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, I think there's going to be a huge world of opportunity for both of you when you leave here, and we're going to be putting that together here. Toward the end of this fall, and I want to get you all in a really good spot to where you feel comfortable, and you'll both be successful in your next venture from here. So,
can I have Isaac though? I want to touch again on the intern application. So, having read some of these, in that, what is some of the advice you can give to these people who are thinking about putting an application in, having read some of these applications?
Yeah, I mean, if you're taking it seriously, it really shows through in the application. that's what we're looking for, is people that are truly passionate about what we're doing. And a lot of that we can, you can see in whether it's the length of the application or the quality or, the heart that they put into it. As far as like advice, there's really no perfect application. There's no perfect like algorithm to make one. You just, like, as long as you're, truly passionate and you're trying to show the best you can in your application, I mean, I think that's going to come through, and we're going to be able to spot that. But yeah. That's the big part is you got to love it, and you got to show that you love it. And that's what we're looking for. So, yeah.
And guys, you all can back me up on this. I mean, there's a lot of days here. It does get repetition. It's just you do the same thing sometimes. But like yesterday, we got up and we moved the mob, did the puppy chores, and checked the sheep, and then we inoculated mushrooms in the afternoon, and mushroom logs, and then we went back and we did the chores in the afternoon. But I think it takes that, to make the understanding that if you're going to do this on your own, it is work.
And this is what you're going to be doing every day by yourself.
Yeah.
Or if you're lucky to have somebody to help you.
That's right. So it is work. There's a lot of fun parts to it. And even the work, I think, is fun, or I wouldn't be doing it. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end with that. And I just want to let everybody know, don't be sending me any emails concerning Ben and Issac until later this fall, because they're not available. They're going to be at Green Pastures Farm.
And if you're wanting an application,
you need to get that. You got to request it. You can't go to our website and just grab it and click and fill it out. You've got to request it from Jan. That's step number one. And you'd be surprised how many people that weeds out. A lot of people won't even go to that initiative to go and ask for an application. So they wean themselves out of the application right away.
and even then, 50% of those people never fill
it out. So I don't know what they're thinking, but I guess they're not thinking, because you're not going to get on as an intern anywhere if you don't fill out the application, period. So anyway, with that, that's a good place to sign off, and we'll see you all down the road. Oh, and on the way, hit that subscribe button on the way out if you're a new subscriber, and the like button. And we'll be back in touch with y'all. Take care.